Long before kitchens, long before recipes, and long before words like healthy or unhealthy existed, humans were already eating fat. Not as a diet choice, not as indulgence, but as a matter of survival. This is the story of how fat, not grain, not sugar, not vegetables, became the first true fuel of humanity. Travel back nearly 2.5 million years. The world is wild, dangerous, and unpredictable. There are no farms, no stored food, no guarantee of tomorrow's meal. Early humans wander vast landscapes, burning more energy than they consume. Hunger is not occasional, it is constant. And in this harsh world, calories are life. When early humans encountered a dead animal, they didn't rush for the muscle meat first. Lions and hyenas often claimed that. Humans came later, with stones in their hands and patience in their eyes. They cracked open bones. Why? Because inside the bone was marrow, soft, greasy, packed with energy. Bone marrow contains more calories than lean meat and far more than plants. To early humans, this was not gross. This was treasure. Fat delivers more than twice the energy of protein or carbohydrates. One small portion could keep a human alive for an entire day. Fat also digests slowly, keeping hunger away longer. In freezing nights, fat insulated the body. In long migrations, fat powered movement. Fat wasn't optional. Fat was survival itself. Here's something astonishing. The human brain is nearly 60% fat. Scientists believe that without access to fat-rich foods, the human brain would never have grown so large. Big brains are expensive organs. They burn enormous energy. Plants alone could not support them. Fat did, in a very real sense. Fat didn't just feed humans. Fat shaped human intelligence. Then came fire, one of the most important moments in food history. When meat met flame, fat began to melt and drip. For the first time, humans tasted rendered fat. It was softer, richer, easier to digest. Cooking unlocked calories that raw food could not provide. Fire didn't just change food. Fire changed biology. Shorter guts, bigger brains, longer lives. And fat sat at the center of it all. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans ate fat without agriculture. No crops, no oils, no dairy. Only animals, nuts, seeds, and marrow. Fat consumption is older than bread, older than rice, older than civilization itself. Farming came late. Fat came first. Vegetable oils appear surprisingly late in human history. Around 8,000 years ago, when humans finally settled. Olives were crushed in the Mediterranean, sesame seeds pressed in ancient India and Mesopotamia, palm oil simmered in Africa. At first, oils weren't everyday food. They were precious, used for medicine, for rituals, for lamps, for offerings. Oil was power. When humans domesticated animals, fat took a new form. Milk became butter. Butter became ghee. Cheese emerged as preserved fat and protein. In India, ghee became sacred. It fueled fire rituals. It healed bodies in Ayurveda. It symbolized purity and prosperity. Across cultures, fat was no longer just survival. It became identity. In the Arctic, Inuit thrived on whale and seal fat. In Europe, lard ruled medieval kitchens. In Africa, palm oil shaped cuisine and trade. In the Middle East, olive oil became civilization's golden liquid. Different lands, different fats, same truth. Fat sustained humanity everywhere. Fast forward to the modern world. Suddenly, fat becomes the enemy. Labels scream low fat. Calories are feared, and ancient food is blamed. But what changed wasn't fat. What changed was processing, refined sugars, ultra-processed oils, industrial diets. The problem wasn't fat, The problem was forgetting history. For millions of years, humans and fat evolved together. Our taste buds learned to love it. Our bodies learned to depend on it. Our brains learned to grow because of it. Fat isn't a trend. Fat is ancestry. The next time you drizzle oil, spread butter, or enjoy something rich and fatty, remember this. That taste is older than language, older than cities, older than civilization itself. You are tasting the same fuel that built the human story. This wasn't just food history, this was human history on a plate.